Okay, hello and welcome to Warhammer 2 Total War. Of our continuing Halflings campaign. Last time, let me just freeze that. Okay. Last time we managed to fight off the trolls which were being a threat. And we were also opportunistically taking parts of the Empire, as they were freed up by the various enemies arrayed against the Empire. You know, we're just looking after these provinces until the Empire asks for them back. There was also, we had various armies of Greenskins appear over the mountains from the east, being led by Black Orcs and apparently fleeing from something. So, I wonder what that's about and whether we should be worried. Other than that, it hasn't been that much going on. We've been keeping one of our characters looking over Grom Peak where the trolls are located near us to see whether they're building an army there, but they seem to be staying quiet since we defeated their last army, so that's good. Having to deal with an army of armored chaos trolls and stone trolls was kind of a big problem. It was fun though. Though I'm glad we didn't lose any of our provinces. I think another mod actually had an update in the meantime. I believe the uniforms and heraldry mod for the Greenskins got updated. I'm not exactly sure in what manner. I think it might have just been... No, I don't actually... I can't remember off the top of my head in what way it was updated, but I believe that was the only one that got updated. So if we go up against Greenskins, we might have to have a look at them to see if there's any... to see the new look, if it did change how they look. Anything else? Skaven of Clan Moulder are, I believe, in control of most of northern Kislev still. I'm worried about them if they start building armies and attacking further south. Though the Empire has taken over Kislev, and so they're arrayed to deal with them first before us. Osland's still present. Stirland and Averland are still present. I would like to take over more of the Border Prince's territories, however the Golden Order has been taking over Majorca. No, Majorca? The, or is it Majorca? I can't remember. The, city of the Border Princes, which is a port. So, I am annoyed at that because I was going to take it. Don't know whether I'll go to war with the Golden Order to be able to take that back or not. Well, to take it from them or not. We've been building up our settlements. I was saving some money to upgrade them to level 4. So with that we can get Treemen, Ogres, and also so that we can free up some slots to be able to get some Hot Pot Catapults. But aside from the one which we had, the Regiment of Renown one, which comes from the Great Cauldron building in Mootland, I haven't been able to construct any others. I would have been able to get them earlier on, but I was doing fine with the infantry, so I didn't see the need to really go for them straight off. Also, money is tight, I suppose. Various other excuses I can come up with that I didn't build them. The Wood Elves, I think. The Wood Elves of Laurelon Forest up near Middenheim are at war with some of the Empire. Not all of it. They still control a province of Middenland, and what's it called? Is it called the Black something or other? The Greenskin settlement up there in Wrecker's Point. Norska has been pretty much completely united by the Wintertooth clan, or the Wintertooth tribe, though parts of it are also held by the followers of Needling, or something like that, I think. Which I don't actually know what they are. They might be a secondary Albion faction. There's also a troll settlement up in the north, I think. Yes, Troll Fjord is held by trolls. Further south, we can't actually see all the way south, because I think the furthest we can see is Galbaraz, or as it's been renamed in this Morgheim? Or is it what? Morgheim? It's been renamed after the ancient capital of the Strigoi vampires. But I can't actually see further into Nehekara. Though I do know some of the mountains down there near where the or what they call it, the Prospectors Dwarven faction is actually held by trolls. So yes, we can see we hold Needling here. We also control Nagenhof. The Empire controls Kislev. Also von Rolken and all that is still held by Ostland. Eringrad held by the Wintertooth tribe, which is a big target for them because they get a unique building in here. Throg, the Troll King in particular, gets a unique building there. You can see some of the Greenskin armies which are spawned from that event I mentioned. Narla. There's also another one down here. Over here currently, I believe. They spawned up here, but then they jumped over to there. If there's more further south, I can't see them. We also see the Grudgebringers faction, commanded by Commander Bernhardt and Gustav Kazlane. They control Karak Eight Peaks and Valea's Sorrow. Going over here. Ooh, that's new. So that's what the mod did. It's changed the greenskin icon. I like that. That's a much more of a classic greenskin. What's it called? Symbol. So it's very detailed for the orcs, but or for the greenskins. But that's the symbol, which I remember. And it's got the little. What is it like? Yeah, it's got the little checker pattern around it. Very nice symbol. So it was the update like the Empire one, which changed a whole bunch of the Empire emblems. So, can we see any other greenskin factions to see their updated flags? Is yours different? Maybe? I've actually got two mods here which are doing this. One of them is changing the emblem here. This is the, what's it called? Heraldry and Uniforms mod. And I also have another one which is adding like this stuff up the top and this like detail, the threading detail and all that. I forget what that one's called. It's probably something like immersive banners. But it adds, like you see on the Empire flags, it adds these little symbols at the background. So it might be a bit too much, but I kind of like the extra detail. It also might be why this doesn't look right. The flag might be meant to be completely black with Avaland on it, but the two mods are conflicting a little. I'll have to have a look to see whether I want to get rid of it. But the thing is that the one which changes the flags with the extra details is actually affecting all the factions. So it's also there for there for Bretonia. It also affects the High Elves, the Dark Elves. It just makes the flags look a little bit more interesting. The Dwarves, you can see it adds these little faces on it and this detailing around there and the symbol in the background, but the symbol on top of it, yes, is a bit difficult to see. Perhaps it's a bit too busy now. Anyway, So yes, we've got Castle Templehof and Drakenhof. Corruption is going down nicely. We also discovered a Skaven undercity underneath Castle Drakenhof, which has got subterranean pit, raiding camp, and deeper tunnels. I have to spend 2,000 to get rid of that. But I was wondering whether I'd actually want to get rid of it or not. Undercities don't like drain resources from our province. So it says income gained for local settlements income. That's not actually reducing our income. That's just the Skaven generating income based off ours. And the reason why I might not want to get rid of it is because the Skaven corruption is competing with the Vampiric corruption. So because there's Skaven corruption here, it's lowering the Vampiric corruption. If I get rid of this, or the various other undercities which are no doubt around here, the Skaven corruption is going to go, and the Vampiric corruption therefore is going to have to be reduced just by mine. If this makes sense. So in a way I'm benefiting from it by keeping the Vampiric corruption down lower. And the Skaven corruption doesn't cause attrition damage like Vampiric corruption does for my armies when I move through areas of high Vampiric corruption. Skaven doesn't do that. Though Skaven does mean if they decide to attack me, I will suffer from greater... I will have, during the battle, the Skaven will have more Skaven units to attack me with. Also, there's the threat that they could build a structure which is able to either summon an army on the settlement and attack it, or just blow up the settlement. I don't know whether the AI does that though. I don't think I've ever seen the AI actually, the Skaven Undercities construct the warp bomb which blows up the settlement. Or summon the, or the one which creates the army. The Elderbra here, Troll Staker, looking over the Grom Peak for the trolls.
Hunters.
Drakenhof will have 2 more turns before it's level 4. Templehof will have 4 more turns until it's level 4. Schwarzhafen has got buildings to level up. We're getting a nice amount of income per turn because I've been building all these tobacco plantations. Give us a fair bit of income. So we've got bonuses for it as well. We've also got the Night Watch in Eschen. So that will be 40. I wonder whether there is Undercity there. What's your military presence is 20, characters is 10. Okay, so if I move you out of there, public order is going to be negative. Let's build the village in Nagenhof. Can I build it in Krugenheim? No. How much are you increasing public order there? 3. Okay, well I can move you out of there, and you have a hero attached. So I'll send you over to Eschen. There we go. You're still positive. Is corruption going down still? Yes, there's no natural corruption here. There's just chaos, and that's reducing. So that's good. Karakangor was taken by Marius Leitdorf. Being very proactive. I don't really want this to be in there, because I don't get the full benefit of it, but it's generating public order. So I'll keep it for the moment. Anything else? Albert Forbach is going down here. The massive Orcal. I don't think their symbol has changed. Their symbol's pretty good. So, need updating if it hasn't been. Oh, where's my hero? We're seeing the dwarf army there.
Wisdom of the layer.
Where is he? Oh, he's around here somewhere. Wait, I don't have a hero down there? Oh no! No, it's I can see down there because I came into contact through the dwarves with the Grudgebringers, and then I made a military alliance with the Grudgebringers, which gave me view over them. So.
I have seen your heart.
Carcassonne is still down here. You're there.
Does the Emperor bid?
You're fine for the most part. Yeah. Okay, I don't think we're under threat too much at the moment.
Beyond your
This is a rebel army, so that will just siege Mount Gumbad. Actually still losing public order, even though the rebel army is summoned. Yeah, you're there. You've suffered terrible casualties. Okay. And we'll end turn.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire this day.
Military alliance with you. Nah. Oh, the dwarves confederated with Karak Kadrin. Military access agreement was broken with Karak Kadrin. No. War declared. Barrow Legion with Paravon, Carcassonne, and Bordello. Okay. Was that the Barrow Legion declaring war? They must feel good about their chances to do that.
By Sigma's will, come in peace.
Hey, Durthu. You want military access? How does that make sense? It says that your attitude with us is improving. However, there's a red arrow there saying that it's going down. Sure. You are the wisest of your race. You are at war with the Bretonnian. I wonder if the Empire would join us in a war with Bretonnia if Bretonnia declared war on us.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire.
Oh, that's where Volton is? Volton, ex-Sultan of Sigmar, is apparently over in Albion. Sure. If the Emperor bids, then it is so. I was wondering where he'd gotten off to, because he's he's the only army of Midland. Actually, no. If he owns part of Albion, that means Midland actually. The only settlement of Midland is now in Albion. Because previously Albion had confederated with the Empire. Boris Todbringer is part of the Empire faction now. But then the army of Voltan appeared after that. And so Midland reappeared. but they were regionless. I'm kind of impressed that he was able to go and take part of Albion, because I believe he would have been taking attrition the whole time due to not having any provinces of his own. Okay. I shook bigger git. Salted units of Consultantstruct. Thanks. Wait, you were successful but you didn't do anything. It does say assault units. Assault garrison, wound, assault units. Yeah, it says inflict damage, but you didn't inflict any damage. Oh, and we got Imperial Architects. The Imperial Architects are an eccentric bunch who have always had, well, let's say fanciful ideas about how a building should look. Yes. An obsession with skulls. Construction time minus 25% for all buildings. It's construction time, not actually cost. Okay. Research rate plus 10%. Greenskin Hunter. Arrog Blackbog. Or the Forbidden Rod. All the way down there. You want me to get rid of that hero specifically? Can't be bothered. Helmet. Hammer Sigma. Graduation. Go. Oh, hello. What are you doing? One more turn. Ice Shutten. Oh yes, I built that there. Krugenheim, you can have... $11 turns until that. Build farms. And that.
I will marshal the men.
Can I see what's happened with these Greenskin factions? Nala has taken Khazid Urkulaz. Okay. When you actually left it. Or it looks like you got attacked and then fled.
I grow restless.
Ongrim Iron Fist is moving out, possibly to retake Nashrak's lair. Thorger and Grudgebearer is moving up there. Mash, this Greenskin army here, is probably taking Karag Dron. Ooh! There's actually quite a few of these Greenskin armies around. Here's another one, Raguk. And Zozpug Bone Crusher, besieging Karak 8 Peaks. Well, okay, we may see the Greenskins get a firm foothold back down here. The Dwarves actually looked like they were going to destroy the Greenskins. But if with all these armies which have appeared, though I can't actually see their makeup, things might have gotten a bit problematic for them. Don't destroy Grudge Bringers. I'd like to see all the unique units. Elspeth von Draken, Wolfram Castellane. They were just like chomping all over the place. Are there any freed up settlements somewhere I can take which aren't infested by Skaven? No. Okay. Skaven corruption osmosis isn't not that high actually. It's only 1. You would think it would be higher if Prague is owned by Skaven, but
Raise Sigma.
Rolf Beckberg. Go and have a look at Prague. I want to see how big the settlement is there. The Skaven settlement, that is. You need to use a hero to scout the ruins to be able to see the Skaven settlement.
Yes, my lord.
Have I got fervent on you? No, I don't. Do I have fervent on you? No. Do you have things which are reducing corruption?
What does the Emperor bid?
No. Okay. Well, you do have the buildings which are reducing corruption now. Yay. The Night Watch reduce it by 1 each. That's the only building we have. Okay, I will build that. And research. What should we get? Hero capacity for captains and battle wizards. Sure. Imperial universities. It will mean if we get battle wizards at some point, they will be higher level. We'll be able to make better use of their spells. Earlier on. I forgot to move you. Carcassonne is moving down into Estalia. Estalia is... I can't actually see who it's owned by. I haven't encountered Estalia, so chances are they've been wiped out by the Skaven. Though I don't see any Skaven corruption in the province so far, so maybe it's just been raised by beastmen or no, because there'd be chaos corruption. It is still owned by Estalia. I see on the map. It's ruins. Okay, so it is probably owned by Skaven. The Empire and Carrick-Herne get a military alliance. Also encountered the Grey Point Scuttlers, which is a pirate faction. It's in a bit of an awkward position to be able to see what's happening on the map around the Empire. We're overlooking Bretonia. I can't see if anything's happening around where we are located. Black Venom's doing stuff. Those are the tribes which came over the mountains. Blood Dragons are still holding on. They own that one province in the mountains to the west of Nuln, or to the southwest of Nuln. There's the Grey Point Scuttlers. Okay, Gostal Law got Builder. Eckhart von Reed. Have a look over here. Is it Skaven? Yes, it is. I can see the burrows. Okay, all of Estalia is owned by Skaven. We can see Skaven Blight too.
Science, sorcery, death.
There's Ikit Claw. There's Doom Rockets. Oh, lovely. Scott and Vermich. Skaven Blight is only level 4. Okay. Ackendorf is... that's fine. Oh, there's Grimgor Ironhide. On his own. But the other Trickster's Shard. Gideon Amulet and Gitsnick. Did he he defeated the Greenskin army there. Must have had a full stack and then lost it all in the battle. Wow. Oh, there's another greenskin army. Golfag Ashnor. What's this? Migrating gobbos. The lad's a bunch of skinny gits. They is weak and scared from our old stunty legs and tired of marching for too long under tunnels. But they's eating less than proper gits and that's got something. That's something. Campaign movement range plus 15%, minus 15%. Upkeep minus 80% for all units. Vigor in battle, wounded, and leadership is minus 14. That applies for all of them. So they're tired, they're scared, but they're not really being... They're not really caring about, like... you know, supplies or anything. Is that permanent? I suppose it is. Okay then. I would like to build that. The Wizard's Conclave, please, but we don't have enough money. I'm gonna have to just wait a turn for that, so that I can get enough money for it. Because I want wizards! At least a bright wizard. I mean, that was what I wanted if we came up against more trolls, but since the trolls aren't really doing anything, do I still want one? Let me have a look. What's the best of the things of our units? Their defense and ward saves, I suppose. Law of Light. We say melee defense and armor? Eh. Our armor's not very good. That maybe? Law of Heavens. That's only single unit. Wind Blast is pretty good. Curse of the Midnight Wind. Eh. Law of Fire. I'd want it mostly for Flaming Sword of Ruin. Law of Death. Okay. Give our units Fear or Terror. Doom and Darkness. That's a nice spell. I like that. Soul Blight is also quite good. Law of Metal. No, we don't get access to that because there's no normal Law of Metal mage. Of course, we've got Shadow Magic. That's the one which all of our wards have. Law of Beasts? Wissen's Wild Form? Hand's Impenetrable Pelt. That'd be pretty good for the physical resistance. Speed's kind of useless though. Law of Life. Physical resistance and melee damage. Good against AP. Field of Thorns is pretty good. And that's all. Okay. I kind of would still want the Swords of Ruin just to be able to get the fire attacks from them.
I trust no man. It is time. For the wisdom of the layer. Shrug off. My axe thirsts for war.
It is forbidden.
Midlanders and Citadel of Lake. Troll Fjord, yep, zoned by trolls. Okay. Now we also see servants of, what are they called? Bimornade. Okay, well, Garrison Lords not moved. I know.
This will bolster the nation.
Fine. Settlement upgrade available. Barrack Far. Nope, I want to save my money. So, easy turn. I might... Ooh, Undercity discovered in Eschen. Okay, so there was another one also there. I remember one of the time when I first started playing as the Skaven when they got the Undercities, I managed to build Undercities under pretty much the entire Empire. That was pretty fun. Just seeing it expand turn after turn. That was before the patch came, which increased the food cost for the Skaven Undercity buildings. Ooh, is there a Vampires Count faction up in the
Welcome,
Otto.
ancient
Oh,
allies.
Wallach
In
Harkon.
these troubled times, dwarves are a fine sight to behold.
We have a contract ready to sign and be done. Belagar Ironhammer. Sure, whatever. I've seen worse trades. Ashok Bigagit performs assault garrison against Krugenheim. Wonderful. I mean, even if it's not directly benefiting them, the heroes do gain experience from performing actions like that. So, I mean, there's a bit of a waste of money. Not like the AI has to worry about that too much. It's not like some of the Total War games. Was it Rome 2? Was it Attila? Or was it Warhammer? Early on, you used to... I think it was Warhammer 1. Early on, when the game came out, you used to have trains of heroes following your lords around because they'd all be trying to assassinate your lords. Oh, I vaguely remember that. Or you just have clouds of enemy heroes around your lords because they'd all be constantly assaulting them, and it was a bit of a pain. In such a situation, I believe the easiest way to deal with the heroes was not building your own heroes and assassinating them back, but it was to take out the faction which owned the heroes. Yeah, the frames missed due to rendering lag hasn't been too bad this session so far. I don't. It's unpredictable. Okay. Oh! No, wait, hang on. I thought that the Greenskins had taken Karakungul, but it's just Avaland is a similar color to the... Yeah, is just yellow compared to the light green next to it. Yep. Mission issued. Defeat the following lords in battle. Zozpug Bone Crusher. Like I can get down there.
Says no.
There's Wurzag. Come on.
The Empire.
Survive, you lot. They might win. Minus 14 is quite a big hit to the morale of the Greenskins. Lovely. This only gives us capacity for one battle wizard, though. 2 with this research we're getting. But how much was that to build? 6,300. I might want to hold off building. I'll try and keep at least 1,100 or 1,200 so that we can build another one in Castle Templehof because it's nearly done, and another enclave, wizard's conclave there. Greenskins are taking these settlements. Let's see what the Undercity in Eshen's like. Warp token stash, thieves, hidey holes, subterranean strip mine. Okay, that's why we discovered them. Income generated 100. Construction cost -3% for all buildings faction-wide. Income from trade +8% faction-wide. Scaven corruption in adjacent provinces plus 0.25. Income from raising settlements plus 300%. Local characters. Army ability, Scaven warp bomb. Food consumed -2. Discoverability plus 80. So yeah, they just built that and then we discovered them. Okay, let's have a look at Prague. Search the ruins.
Tools of judgment ready.
Yep, Clan Boulder is in Prague. And they have a level 4 settlement, arcane generators, taskmasters, platform, and pox cauldron. Okay.
So,
Get specialist. You're a pretty good assassinator now.
my order agrees.
Right, that's about as much as I expected. So not really any I suppose I was expecting walls there. No army in there. Okay, and you...
The Empire.
I don't need to scout these settlements, I know. There'll be Skaven settlements.
Step to it.
I kind of wish Astalia was able to hold on a bit better. But Ikit Claw is quite the threat. How much for that? Just a bit over. Hang on off. Not that. Rugenheim. Fine.
By the comet.
Did I go help with, like, the Greenskins up there? I think they actually
The Empire.
defeated them there.
Praise Sigmar.
Karl Franz, you might want to have something more than one unit Reichsguard and Captain.
Ready.
I can't move him though, because this will start suffering public order issues. I mean, I can, and, you know, it will take several turns for them to rebel, but... I assume then that there's also a Skaven Undercity underneath Waldenhof. I actually have a night watch there.
So,
Can I help them discover that?
for Sigmar.
I don't want to damage one of their buildings. I suppose we'll find out.
Yes.
To the provinces.
I don't really want you to be just sitting around there all the time. Is there something which I could go for? Eringrad?
Yes, my lord.
How do you feel about a little trek up into Kislev?
Who calls? Yes.
Okay.
This will bolster the
Force march.
Let us
Right to
move.
Eringrad. Hey, Osland.
Welcome, my countrymen.
Military access. And a military alliance.
Yes.
A solemn pact. Sigmar will decide if this is wise. Okay. We just won't get in trouble now if we walk through your territory.
By the comet.
And there's Volmir.
Outdoors, man.
And Bertie Schaffner. Oh.
Cease.
So that is the Blood Dragon's army has come down and taken Grenstadt. Why Grenstadt? You could have taken all of this stuff in between, but you went specifically for Grenstadt.
Never.
Praise Sigmar.
I mean, that could be a problem.
Your peril. Who calls?
Okay, fine. Enter. Oh, frames. Kind of an issue. Tlaqua has declared war on the trolls. Okay. Tlaqua is the lizardman faction down in Araby, so that makes sense. I thought maybe we were getting a message from Austria. Avalon confederated with the Empire. Fine. Oh, we might actually be able to trade with the Empire now. Military alliance negotiated. Greenskins and Black Venom. It's going to be problematic if Greenskins and Black Venom confederate with each other. Confederation, Wintertooth, and Servants of Fimelnade. Oh, yep. Wintertooth clan is just... Well, Wintertooth is just absorbing all the Norscan tribes. The Empire is absorbing all the Empire factions. I don't mind the Confederation mechanic. It does mean that you end up fighting just like the one faction out of, you know, representing a race. So rather than fighting a bunch of different dwarf clans, you end up fighting the dwarf faction. Yeah, it's just a visual difference, but, you know, the variety in the factions fighting visually is nice to have. Ooh. A settlement just disappeared down near the Badlands. Okay, I think that was Iron Peak. Or no, Karak-Draz, which they lost. Thought for a moment they lost Karaz-Akarak, but I don't think it's that. Yep, the Empire and Avalon confederated, Wintertooth confederated, Servants of Fimelnade. Yep. Hey, the Empire! Raid?
Fine.
We have a treaty! Good. They're a big faction, so we'll be able to make a fair amount of gold from that. Getting more income from taxes now. Oh yeah, they raised Karak-Draz. Oh, the Greenskins raised the siege on Karak 8 Peaks. But they destroyed Valaya's Sorrow. Wozak did. Did you win?
The nation calls.
You might have won against the Greenskins. That's very impressive. There was 2 armies there. Well, maybe they ran off. Okay, Templehof. Get that. All of our gold gone.
Raise Sigma. Now
You can go over there to meet them.
to the provinces. Sigma
Go up there.
controls us.
I'm hoping there's no troll army in Eringrad.
How should we proceed?
Okay, go over there.
Sorcerer, inventor, yes.
Engineer
of Scryer.
Well, storm vermin, clan rats, death glow bombardiers. Okay.
Your last mistake.
And
Praise Sigma.
hey Volkmar, there's vampires. Oh, look at that army. Spearmen, archers, Sutsun's guns. It's a fine army if you've got like nothing else to build. It's at least a reasonable balance of melee and range.
The nation calls. Now why? By the
Okay, they took Khazid Urkalar's back. Ooh, the Crooked Fang fort has been taken by them though.
What does the Emperor bid?
Okay. Get another unit of militia. Haven't moved a hero. Oh. We didn't discover an undercity underneath Waldenhof. I might not be able to if I don't own the province. So. Go back into his army. And we'll in turn. I am a bit worried. Those Greenskins appeared and they're not being too much of a problem to us. However, they were fleeing from something. I'm surprised that the 4 Vampire Coast factions are still around. The Drowned usually gets destroyed pretty early on. Ah, wait, what? Sturland just confederated with the Empire. Okay, fine, they can do that, but hold on, they just confederated with Avalon. Isn't there supposed to be a cooldown of like 8 turns before the Empire can confederate with another Empire faction? Or has that changed in the last update? I don't think it has. I don't think it did when I was playing as the Empire. Well, we're gonna have... No, because we're already trading with the Empire. That's just another trade partner gone now. Musalon's been destroyed. The Empire just got a confederate with all the varied provinces now. Is Ostland next? As I said, it's fine, but it just means that there's less, you know, colours on the map. Auckland's still around, Marienburg's still around, Midland we're not counting because it's a weird faction. Ostland still around. Torgavan declared war on the Empire and Bretonia. Bernhof's Brigands declared war on Chaos Warped Fighters. Don't know where Bernhof's Brigands are. Yeah, the Empire confederated with Stirland, which I'm surprised because they just confederated with Avaland. Sword of Cain's been claimed. Our money didn't go down too much. Our trade went down by maybe about 300. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Okay, where are you going to go up to?
It is for the best.
You go to there. Can you see Eringrad? You can. Egil Styrbjorn is there. You have Masamune's Pride. Oh, great. Armor piercing damage plus 75. Bound spell, Wind Blast. Very good weapon, that.
Ready.
I want you to encamp.
What?
Actually, no. I want you to go to there.
By the comet. Keen sight.
Join him.
I will marshal the men.
Actually, it doesn't really matter because if you join him, you're going to be...
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, you're going to lower his movement anyway.
Moving on.
So move there. What have they got? Eringrad Docks, Man-Made Fjord, Trove Temple of Champions, Cave of the Rocky Throne. This is their unique building for Wintertooth. Deep within an icy labyrinth, strewn with the gnawed corpses of once mighty heroes, sits the Troll King's rocky throne. Provides garrison, one of ice trolls. Ooh, actually, we can see here. I was wondering about this, because it seemed odd to me that Throg the Troll King is not part of the Trolls faction, which is added by the Lost Factions mod. However, we can see here that having the Cave of the Rocky Throne actually unlocks recruitment of all the troll variants. Or most of the troll variants, not Southern Trolls, I see. But it has Ice Trolls, Forest Trolls, Throg's Company, Norscan Trolls, Stone Trolls, River Trolls, Vermeer Warriors, and Norscan Trolls. Okay. Ice Trolls. Armored. Armored Ice Trolls? Only under the influence of a powerful warrior will the mighty Ice Trolls of Norsca accept armor piercers on their body. Norscan Ice Trolls. Mutations of the frozen north enable them to freeze their unfortunate victims with their foul, icy breath. Ugh. Okay. Let's try and take that from them so they don't gain the benefit of it.
Now,
Grumpy can look at all the trolls I've got there. Ah. Have you built it so that I can get the mage yet? No. Sacred Grove. Capacity for witch hunters +1. Unlocks ogres and treemen. Yes, please. Also public order +10 from +6. Okay, we're not going to have a problem controlling Castle Drakenhof now. I would also like to build this in there. Delete that there, please. Okay, can I see your army now? No. Can I recruit a hero somewhere? Witch hunter there? No. 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 Oh no, because I don't have a barracks anymore. It's going to increase that to level 3. Okay. You haven't been moved. Let's make sure we move our hero. Eckhart von Ries. Go over there. Is Tylia still around? They are. Went the wrong way. Alonso, Landini. Satosan Pirates. Why is the rum always gone? Lucan de Vitis. Fabrizio Rotolo. And Paymaster's Bodyguard.
Call me Mr. Master.
What's the other province controlled by? Lucchini is controlled by Talia. Morgheim, Gorgazan are also controlled by the Strigos Empire. Agro Migdal is controlled by Wintertooth. Okay. How did Wintertooth get all the way down here? Agro Migdal is over here. How's the Wintertooth? They must have recognized. There must have been. Oh, I know. We remember the servants of Fimonade, which were over here. They also had some provinces, I think, up here. They also, somehow, had Agro... Now, what was it called? Agro Migdal down here. So, when the Wintertooth tribe confederated with them, they gained that province all the way down here as well. Okay. Mystery Soul.
by the comet.
You've got a war wagon with a mortar in it. I like the video introducing the war wagons from Creative Assembly and it says, like, an engineering marvel. Everyone's just saying, but it's just a wagon. I really like the war wagon unit. It is, to me, when I think of the old Warhammer armies, when they were painted in the 90s with a white undercoat and bright colors, to me it's one of the most standout units which I associate with those old Empire armies. I have a Citadel painting magazine pamphlet thingy, which has a big color picture on the back. The whole thing's color, actually. Pretty impressive, but it's got a nice photo on the back of an Empire army, which has a war wagon in it. Very brightly colored.
Come then. Only Sigma's god, Ulrich, can judge it worthy.
Though it is also the period of having dragons with red claws and the like. You want a non-aggression pact. You see, your military allies with Karak-Hern and Clan Angrund. I'm always wanting to keep it open to possibly attack them. But if we go at war with them, then we'll end up at war with those dwarf factions. Chances are, between now and then, the dwarf factions will confederate. Yep, Karak-Hern just confederated with the dwarves, just confederated with Karak-Hern. Or Karak-Hern confederated into the dwarves. Well, speak of the devil. What else we've encountered? The Empire just confederated with Ostland. They've confederated 3 times in 3 turns. Okay. As I said, I thought they had to wait 8 turns for that. Tlaqua has negotiated peace with Caliphate of Araby. We're seeing some things from Araby right now. I wonder what Araby's doing. I want to see them. They're a new faction added by a mod. I want to see how their armies are faring. And exactly what their armies are like. I know what units they have, but I'd like to see what their army compositions are. I sound excited because I am, kind of. It's like, oh, it's a new faction. And it's about as best as we're going to get, apparently. Creative Assembly doesn't apparently have plans to add Araby. It's a bit sad. But oh well, they've done a very good job with everything else. Hung Warband, Servants Chaos. Okay, fine, you can confederate with everyone!
What does the Emperor bid?
I would actually be able to siege you. And you don't have walls.
Destruction for all.
You have a banner of eternal flame! Ooh, if I can take that from you! Please let me take that from you. Battle Wizard! Bright Wizard! Bonus versus large on the Wizard? Yeah, let's get Cult Hellborg. Or Richter Unbergen. No, Cult Hellborg.
What do you want of me?
And we can get another wizard too! Actually, I can't. Can I? No! I can! I haven't even got the research yet. Why do we have extra capacity? Capacity +1. Do I have a base capacity? Just says 2. Why do we have capacity for 2 battle wizards?
I will marshal
Is
the
it a
men.
follower I have somewhere? Mercenary, Tollkeeper, Rogue, Student. I don't think any followers. Untainted, Griffin Banner, Charcoal Burner, Tradesman, Field Warden, Agitator, Hunter, Student, True Robber. No, I didn't think any followers actually gave you an extra slot for a hero. Something here? Maybe it's just giving us 2 when it says that we're getting 1.
Praise Sigma.
I'm not really complaining. I mean, I'm certainly not complaining.
Yes.
More wizards!
What?
Let's hold and stuff. I want you to get fervent. And here... upgrade that. These undercities will remain discovered until we do something about them. They are of Clan Moulder. I haven't gotten hunting hounds yet.
Raise Sigma.
Hey, Eringrad. No, not Eringrad. Wintertooth. You're a massively powerful faction at the moment. We are ranked Strength rank 4 versus Strength rank 8. They're military allies with Clan Moulder. So if we go to war with them, that's going to drag Clan Moulder into it. I want to do that. Sure. Then corn will reap your soul.
Fight for our nation.
Come, brave halflings. We have Norskins to deal with.
Ulrich's will.
And trolls. Armored ice trolls. And we can't forget Egil Styrbjorn. Before you perish, know that your death will not be meaningless. Okay. Unique map. We've got a Hot Pot Catapult, so that'll be good against the ice trolls. We'll melt them with soup. Oh, and we're on a hill. We have the terrain advantage. Ugh. Want that banner of eternal flame that Styrbjorn. I keep looking at the Halflings unit icons. They're modified dwarven icons. They've actually done a pretty good job of hiding the beards. So with the images being so small, it's kind of, I don't know. It looks a little odd. I mean, they kind of looks like they got pudgy faces, which they would because they're Halflings. But yeah, this one in particular. Is this? I suppose it's supposed to be their the chain chest plate or whatever, the chain shirt they're wearing. You can sort of see the beard underneath it. I mean, it's done well, considering. I'm actually kind of impressed at these ones and these rangers. Oh, I think the beard's just been tinted skin colored. Okay, that's fine.
What do you bid?
Nope, I didn't get all of you. Okay.
What do you bid?
Wardens.
Conditions acceptable.
Go. Why do they always tilt slightly like that when you're telling them? Chefs go over there. Chefs go over there. You go in the middle there. You go there. You go over there. I want you. We're attacking them, so they'll probably move to attack us. No, they'll stay. They'll wait. The opposite of what I said. That's what I meant.
Slay the heretic!
Okay.
For Helden
You
Hammer!
go back there. You go back there. If they have units trying to flank us,
Grey Wizard! Show us the
okay.
foe!
You can hide in this forest.
Eager!
Move up. Okay. It might be over there. Oh, they get their entire army.
Moving! Ready!
Okay. But they're moving onto that hill. Well, that's fine.
March
We'll
us
move on
on!
to this hill and we can
Going!
drown them in soup.
Let us go!
Have a look at their army. Yep, they're Norskins. They're big axes. We've seen plenty of them during our Kislev campaign. Though in that, they were the Varg, and they weren't the Wintertooth. Egil Styrbjorn, a champion of Khorne, looking ferocious with his 2 axes and symbol of Khorne emblazoned on his cloak and all the skulls. His red armor with brass edging. See some of the Norscan ice trolls. Basically just chaos trolls, but with a frosty skin to them, though I like their ice clubs. One unit I'm looking forward to for the Warhammer 3 is the Ogre Kingdoms and their Gorges. They're the armoured ice trolls. They have a back banner. Not too much in the way of armour. They have a few armour plates on them. But yes, the Gorger units for the Ogre Kingdoms
Ulrich's wrath!
will be interesting to see. They're a fast-moving, frenzied unit, kind of like the Rat Ogres for the Skaven, I believe.
Smoke and
They
mirrors!
are... oh, what?
Fleet!
What's the story behind them? Every now and then, when the ogres
Swiftly!
have young, or
Forward!
when ogres
Advance! At
have
speed!
children,
Soldiers of the Empire!
an ogre is occasionally born without a paunch,
Detachments move! Detachments
and
move!
seen as being an affront to their god, or just an abomination, the ogres banish these children to the caves underneath their camps, where they live in perpetual darkness and have to fight amongst each other for whatever scraps of food fall down there. They're kind of like troll-sized
We are
troglodytes.
Swift
They have massive mouths, but they're very skinny. But they're the size of ogres.
Algu calls!
The ogres are not very pleasant. I think they're essentially like a faction of bullies.
Troops ready!
Might makes right. And the winner gets to eat the loser.
For Helden Hammer! Target and
Very
fire!
solid tenets of their faction. Okay, we don't have that many trolls to deal with. Only 2 units. And at this point, we're veteran troll fighters.
Pistoliers!
Can you fight at that range? Fire at that range? You can. Shoot at the ice trolls. Go on. Throw soup. Boom. Bam. That troll didn't know what hit it, except that it was incredibly hot and tasty. I imagine the trolls getting confused as to whether they are to run away from the soup being flung at them or keeping their mouths open to try and eat it. Ow. Bam! I think we killed one. We did! Oh, done. They'll be dealing extra damage against the trolls because they are ice trolls. They've actually got flaming weapons because of Styrbjorn. They have a minus 45% fire weakness. Bam! Look at how much damage we're dealing to them. Bam! Oh, that's scary. Yeah, it is. They just ran. Okay, attack the armored ice trolls. Boom! Bam! go, soup! Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, we could be firing it at their infantry, but it was too perfect of a matchup. You missed. You missed again. Okay. There's the Masamuna's bound spell going off. Okay, stop firing. Just rotate and okay. Lower their armor.
Casting shadows. The Grey Order.
Get those.
Their minds are mine.
Hold.
I will melt their tiny minds.
Debuff them.
Ulgu flows through me. Blades ready.
Charge them.
The Empire
You're actually getting
endures.
badly injured. Getting attacked by eagle? No, you're not.
Show us the foe.
Oh, there he is.
Shoot them. Get them.
Charge him!
I'll ready the men. Obey. Agreed. Sigmar commands. Move out.
Turn around!
Send us out.
Yeah, I need to put my units on whole ground.
Battle wizard.
Okay.
Join those who dwell beyond.
Use them!
Get them.
They were all the hunters. The armor piercing the ones, so they're throwing axes.
For Heldenhammer.
Doing?
Go.
Get back in.
Yes, General.
Don't break ranks. Oh, jeez.
Show us the foe. To battle. By
Run away!
knowledge is power. Yes, sir. Target and fire.
Bam!
Take position.
Somehow you went off of, what's it called? Auto fire.
Quick march. By Ulrich's front. For France.
Chefs! Cut apart those what's it called?
We are ready. Swiftly.
Okay. Attack. Hit those, Marauder Siege, what are they called?
Missile
Chariots.
infantry. Witch hunter.
Can you shoot one of them? A single bullet! Pow! Oh, you didn't kill it,
Yes, quickly.
but BAM!
We are ready. Formation. March. Quick. Prepare the
Hey! Okay, that was a bit messier than it could have been, but we won in the end.
by Ulrich's front.
Let's do that.
Grey Guardian.
Actually got a bit more range than I thought you would have. On that spell.
The gods watch. Do not disgrace us.
Okay. Trolls have Did we kill all the trolls? We might have. Oh no, there they are. Okay. Hunt them down. Okay. That's about it. They're in a garrison. They're in a settlement anyway, so they're not going to... what's it called? They're not going to survive this. 132 kills on the Hot Pot Catapult. 1 kill for my Treenkin. I'm disappointed. What happened? I thought I put you into combat. 25, 44, 56 for the Rangers. That's fine. 4 for 1 unit of militia, which got badly injured. 1 for another. 51 on 1. That's nice. $37 on the Regiment of Renown. With a Griffin banner. That would be useful. Lowering their leadership. 66 kills for Egil Styrbjorn. The other general was called Bjark of the Kinslayer. $52 for Lumpen Krups Fighting Cocks. Yeah, they killed about a third of our army. But they're all gone, and we now own Eringrad. We got a nice amount of gold from that. Hey, we got the banner of Eternal Flame! I'm gonna have to equip that on Samwise, because he's got his followers full up. Loot and occupy.
Into battle!
Yay! Light College Acolyte. Untainted +3. Nice! Retain control, please. He gains armor piercing damage +30 for defeating Egil. Okay.
Yes, my lord.
I want you to have spread public order +1, please. And you can have... kind of want to give you fervent, just because it's not something I usually get, but we are so limited in ways to reduce corruption that conquest. Okay, we're going to be a public order that's fine. Charcoal burner, casualties captured post battle, field warden. Defense chance. Get rid of the field warden and replace it with a banner of Eternal Flame. You have a talisman you can get? Like Cloak of Auric. Who's got that? Once Holden Strike. Give it to Samwise Warfoot. He can make better use of that. Okay, do we have any better enchanted items? The Crown of Command's pretty good though. Especially if I need a unit to hold on.
The nation calls.
No. Okay. Anything unique? Nope. But we get the Eringrad port. Nice. I wouldn't be expecting any unique units from there. We've got basically our entire army list.
I will marshal the men.
Oh, hello. Chaos Rebel Rising. Oh, Grom Peak has rebelled and is having a Chaos Army appear. I don't think those rebel armies, though, are going to get rid of the trolls there. We'll upgrade Barak Var. Doris Todbringer is moving down for Karak Buftar. You continue along there. Actually, I might get you to go into the ocean. Maybe we can just sail you down to Araby because I want to have a look at them.
I serve Sigmar.
You at war with the Wood Elves yet? No. Who are you at war with, Wood Elves? No one, really. Because all the factions you're at war with, you're still at war with Hochland. So the Empire's probably got a confederate with Hochland next turn.
The Empire.
The Empire.
By the comet.
It's kind of funny because the Empire can't confederate with us.
The Empire.
So the Halflings are just going to be free forever. I don't want to build stables for hunting hounds. But also that for the Hot Pot Catapult. Do I have that somewhere? I thought I built that somewhere. Don't. Oh, I don't. Okay, well. I built the stables in Schwarzhofen. For the Hot Pot. Do now. Sure. At that. So I think the catapult won't actually be that useful during a siege. Because they don't arc, so they won't go over the walls. But if the enemy comes through the front gate, they're going to have a very hot and messy time.
My axe thirsts for
Okay.
I ain't doing that.
not happy.
Yeah, Wurzag. Oh, you've got a bigger army. Or did your army, two armies combine? Oh, it looks like that. Grudgebringer Infantry, Commander Bernhard, Grudgebringer Infantry, Rangers. Got Halflings as well. It seems like a lot of the Empire factions gained access to building Halfling units. At some point. Possibly when I don't know. Maybe they could just get them. I mean, that's neat. Get to see Halflings throughout the Empire. Not just in my armies. Counter Karak Azul. And it's possible that I think I saw a province just change hands down in the south there. Over here. Ah, that's Karak Azul. Okay. Thought maybe that was the oh, what's it called? The Silver something or other Vampire Counts faction, which is down there, or possibly the Tomb Kings faction down there. The Empire and the Golden Order just confirmed. Okay. Federating every turn. The Greenskins, are you going to confederate with it? Oh. Barrow Legion's still around. I don't think I've ever seen the Barrow Legion actually gain ground. It was just hauled up in Blackstone Fort or whatever. Wood Elves and Torgavan confederated. I wonder whether the Empire will be able to confederate with Midland again, even though they've already confederated with them. Probably. It's not like you can only confederate with one faction once. With a faction once. If you confederate with them, they just cease to exist, and if they later reappear, then you just confederate with them again. Pretty sure. I think the only check is whether you've... Oh, pardon me. Is whether the faction is able to be confederated with, not whether you already have done so. Imperial University. More wizards. Marshal state troop. Recruit a lord. Oh, then we failed that. Nope. Authoritarian. Public order +3. I am the law. And Eckhart von Ries gained a level. I'll give you wound. I will get you to go into the ocean. And you can start traveling down there. Oh, we can actually see our hike.
Greetings. We may not be the Empire, but our realm has riches and strength in equal measure.
Led by Sultan Jafar, Caliphate of Araby, Southern Realms. We can get a non-aggression pact with you? What's your relations with us? Treaties with the Empire -19, Great Power -10. I believe he's kind of an evil character. He doesn't necessarily like us. No, our kingdom remains independent of your aid. Okay, fine. Ooh. Xandri is owned by Khemri. Ooh! That's different. Wintertooth have an army down here. Kalak Demon Taker. That's actually a Beastman ship. This sort of narwhal with a thing on its back, but that's actually been headed by a lord, which is a Famir. Okay, I didn't know that they could get Famir lords. It's added by a mod, obviously, but I didn't know that was a thing. Tharaxil is owned by Talia. What's this? Copper Mountain. Beneath the frozen glacier of Karak Izor's peaks lie gargantuan lodestones of copper, ore that lend this proud dwarf hold its name. Hides a garrison of 2 Ironbreakers. I like Ironbreakers a lot, but I always feel like I should use them more often.
What do you want?
For the wisdom of the
I don't really like that they have those blasting charge packs, which they have. I feel like they throw them when the enemy get close to them, but I kind of feel like they ruin their charge defense when they're throwing them because they're not bracing. But I don't know how that works exactly. Whether because they're throwing at the enemy when they're coming. I mean, obviously you can tell them not to throw them.
The axe thirsts for war.
Hey, Karak Azul.
Come.
You're willing to have a military alliance with me.
When they want something.
Okay. Manlings come. Really do when they want something. Well, we're not manlings. Now we are menfolk, we'll work together again. We're not menfolk. We're not umge. I don't know the Khazalid word for halfling.
Can I help you?
I think Karak Azul actually has 2 legendary lords in this. They have, I think, Khazador Dragonslayer, and I think they also have
My axe thirsts
Gruni Knucklebreaker. Or is that another faction which is over here? Might have been the faction which was in Karak Azgal. It also adds Thoric Ironbrow, I think. A Master Runesmith.
Praise
Alright, Sleepdorf's moving down. Ekugux has raised Mount Gunbad. That'd be nice to have for the gold. Yeah, the Greenskin armies up here seem to be destroyed.
I am the slayer.
Hungry Mind Fist is making use of the fact they've confederated to fill out his army.
Ready
Upgrade that.
to the provinces.
That there. You can build stables. Get the barracks.
Ready to burn them.
What do I do with you, Colt Hellborg?
I will marshal the men.
It is time.
Yes.
Would like to make use of you. I move you north to join with Samwise Warfoot's army.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah. You don't have any spells yet. Oh, you've got Fireball, of course. You're not like our lords who don't start with any spells. And you can't get anything. Recruit another one? How many do we have now? 4. Okay. Oh, interesting. It actually tells you the buildings which allow you to increase the hero type. Wizard's carriage, wizard's cart. What faction is that from? Might be the Southern Realm. Cleansed Convent of Sorcery. That would be in Nagarond. Wizards Conclave. Altdorf Colleges of Magic, Altdorf Colleges of Battle Wizards, that's a unique building in Altdorf. Tower of Prophecy. I believe that's the building in Castle Carcassonne. Occupied White Tower of Hoeth is in Ulthuan. We can't recruit any because we don't have enough. Okay.
Never.
Trigurd the Lustful. Shaman Sorcerer of Fire. Well, when I get that Fire Mage here, I will probably disband one of my Halfling Militia squad to fit him in. Ooh, we get one more level and we'll be able to get the Feastmaster Exiles. Terror-causing Ogres. Okay. You're just sitting around. Nagenhof, alright. Corruption's going up.
Yes, my lord.
Go up to Nagenhof.
The nation calls.
On the level, and also we'll be able to get a Sacred Grove with Ogres and Treemen.
What does the Emperor bid?
Lovely heavy units. Not as heavy as we're going to get. That's fine. Research! Improved heavy weapons. Oh. Got a plus 30% extra. I'm kind of tempted to get that to see whether it does anything. I don't think it will. It's firing drills. Funny to think that that would actually increase the firing rate of our Hot Pot Catapults. Yeah, get improved heavy weapons. That actually goes like that. Okay. I haven't gotten any of the cavalry ones because we don't actually have any cavalry. Most cavalry we get are pistoliers. And hunting hounds I don't think count as cavalry. Look at our green splotches strewn through the Empire. Ah. What do they call it in, like, Crusader Kings and all that? Border Gaul? You got a confederate with Hochland now. Oh, you confederated with Marienburg. Okay. Maybe they got some research which allows them to confederate with each faction Turn after turn. There's no Wintertooth armies coming down to attack. Okay. Bretonia confederated with Paravon. Modello and Carcassonne negotiated a military alliance. Wood Elves declare war on Midland and Bretonia. Which means we're dragged into it because the Empire are military allies with Midland or Bretonia. Well, we don't have really a choice here, do we? They're not actually allied with Arguillon. If Arguillon's still around, I believe they are. Okay, fine. Into war on side of ally. Well, I was kind of hoping we wouldn't have to go to war with the Wood Elves. They're kind of a pain to fight. Wood Elf armies are not the toughest, however they're all skirmish units, or most of them are skirmish units. And fighting skirmishing archers... Ugh. Especially for us because we lack cavalry. We're going to have to just have like armies of hunting hounds. To just hunt down the Wood Elves. Ooh. I can see a Clan Mulder army up near Zoyshank. Eringrad, Dalberg. Forms the Salt Garrison at Eicherschatten. Wonderful. Lovely. You're doing something. Oh, and there's a vampire near Schwarzhafen. They're eyeing Sylvania. Lost provinces. Hopefully, we won't give it back without a fight. I say that like I don't know. Bretonia, Paravon. Yep. That's Morlock. I believe that's the leader of the. Yes, it is.
Me enemy foe. Make pact or destroy you.
We're actually at war with you. What's your army? You've got 2 assassins in your army.
Who calls?
That's kind of worrying. What's the garrison here? Well, we have numbers. Hence. Okay.
Ready?
Keep going up.
Moving off.
Praise Sigma. Step to it.
Go to Nagenhof. Ooh, we got that.
So,
How much is the Treemen going to cost us? Ogres. Upkeep. 207. Treemen. Upkeep. 2 shy of 400. Hot Pot Catapult is 4 shy of 200. Their armor-piercing charge defense against large. Against all, in fact. We also get Great Eagles. Our heavy-hitting units, finally, at turn 79. Still can't see Harkon's army. I want to see whether the Blood Dragons have different army composition to the rest of the vampire counts. A neat thing here is that if Eringrad gets sieged, we can actually skedoodle out the port and move over here. Knives still just sitting over there. Hey, we can see Midland over here, and Conquata, and the Isle of Wights, controlled by the Truthsayers of Albion.
Approach us, friend.
You're not
Make
interested
your
in a military alliance. Okay. You also see Trollfjord. The Empire... Defensive allies with Bretonia. Okay. Start moving south.
The nation calls.
Okay, you're all just marching through.
Raise Sigma.
Interesting, you have Caribou greatswords. How'd you get them?
The Empire.
The Empire just seems to be sending armies down to deal with the Greenskins. I mean, that's cool. I'm gonna recruit an army. Oh yeah, each one of these grand enchanters we get is also increasing our income by 5.
What does the Emperor bid?
Aldebra Trollstaker,
Quicker, men!
you go.
Alright. Get a move on! Leave no
You
one
can't get
behind.
there and recruit at the same turn. So I'll move you out of the mountains. You've been having a good watch up there.
To the provinces.
What can you recruit? Recruit 2 ogres. And recruit a Hot Pot Catapult. I'm interested to see whether the basic Hot Pot Catapult has the fireballs, or whether that's just the the Regiment of Renown version we've got up here.
Comet.
The ammunition is 30 flaming,
Now.
22 flaming. I kind of have to assume it's the same. 350 range,
What does the Emperor
350 range, 303,
I will marshal the men.
270. So it's got more ammunition and does more damage per shot. Oop. Wood elves are moving out. Army of heroes. They have Aethrit, Orliaroth, and Orliaroth. They're both called the same. A Waste Stalker and a Branch Wraith. Branch Wraith with the same name.
The Empire.
The nation
Borgio the Besieger. I really like how the modders have been able to recreate Borgio the Besieger. He looks basically exactly as he should. From the pictures I've seen. Crown of Black Iron. Guiding Eye. Republican Guard, Pavis Crossbowman,
Vampire of the waves.
Rose the Stasher, and Ronnie Sawfish.
Salt and blood, fool.
Yeah, you're not
Salt.
interested in anything? I didn't think so. We're not actually... We haven't actually encountered Khemri yet, so we can't open... what's it called? Channels with them. It's a little odd that you can see them on the map, but you haven't, like, officially contacted them to talk to them. 2 more turns and you will go up a level. 1 more turn and you'll be able to increase. Or just leave that. I might do another turn or 2. That will be it. Yep. Krugenheim and Western Sylvania, also in Troll Country. Well, the Empire's not confederating with anyone else. Apparently they're not on good enough terms with Hochland to be able to do so. Or Marienburg. Now, are the Wood Elves going to go to war and start attacking the factions around them now that they've declared war? Blood Dragons are still trying to assault our garrisons and failing. And that's it. There doesn't seem to be that much going on at the moment. I mean, you know, which directly concerns us. Ooh, we gain a follower, a smuggler. Defeat the following Lord army in battle. Gulator, Servants of Chaos. Down there. You went up a level. I'll give you the withering. And you can move down this way.
The nation calls.
You go into Castle Drakenhall. How many turns until you get level 5? Now, countless. Okay, get Halfling Rangers, get 2 Hunting Hounds. I'm just seeing the picture of the Hunting Hounds in larger image now.
The nation calls.
I'll give you elusive.
Flame on.
You move up. Can't. Oh, one more turn. Upgrade Krugenheim. How many until Eringrad goes up another level? 5 more turns until it can go up to level 3.
Who calls?
Oh, has that changed? That's all tundra along here. Instead of being Chaos Wastes. I wonder how Rakadrak's going. Probably not very well.
Your last mistake.
Okay. I will recruit another battle wizard. And I will get... Would be good. Something which buffs our leadership for the ogres. Lore of Beasts. Does that have anything? No. Lore of Light does. It's got Might of Battle. Which is unbreakable for a period of time. But that's only on a single unit. Lore of Heavens? No. Law of Fire doesn't have anything. Law of Death does. Aspect of the Dread Knight. Gives +8 leadership and can cause terror. Law of Shadows doesn't have anything like that. Occam's Mind Razor is very good though. Law of Life. No, doesn't. Well, let's get an amethyst wizard. Amethyst wizard, yes, I said that right. We'll get Griswold Tarlson or Heinz Strudebaker. Heinz Strudebaker. Spirit Leech, Aspect of the Dread Knight. And get it overcharge. Go. Work well with our ogres, buffing them a little. Though my army is currently moving away from him. Okay. Can I give you anything? You can get a smuggler. Don't know. There's a bit of an issue here. Some of these followers, I believe I've seen other people mention. I haven't looked into it myself. I wouldn't be able to, but I've seen people mention that some of the followers you get, even though you can attach them to heroes, they don't actually apply their effect when they're attached to heroes. So I don't know whether this smuggler is one of them, but it says income from trade plus 6% faction wide. But that might only apply if you give it to a Lord character and not a hero character. Apparently there's a number of heroes which don't actually give their effect when they're on heroes. But it doesn't actually mention that's the case. I don't know whether that's an oversight or whether it's a bug or... But it's like you give all your heroes these... all your heroes these followers thinking that they're getting nice bonuses from them, but not actually doing anything. Hey, there's Thoric Ironbrow. Thoric Ironbrow, Master Rune Lord of Karak Azul, is a Rune Lord like unto those of legend. Got Locus of Power because he's on the Anvil of Doom, Master Rune of Dron. On a fierce electrical storm whirling around the Rune Lord, bolts of lightning strike randomly, bristling with magnetic power. Rune of Hearth and Home, immune to psychology. I think that was actually changed. No, the Rune of Wrath and Ruin was changed in the last patch. It was previously a damage over time to a unit of your choosing. Now it's a slows down the unit you cast it on. I don't know whether I've liked the change. Kind of like it just dealing damage. I think that's what it did on tabletop. And I do tend to prefer things to be how they are on the tabletop rather than being changed. I know the tabletop can't be perfectly, you know, represented in the game. It's not really about that, it's just...
The nation calls.
Right. They're still going fine up there. Eringrads. Public orders, fine. Skaven corruption's being a bit of a problem, but... Okay. Our growth is actually a bit higher there because of the port. Harrison Ward not move. Once Holden start. Get a Master Cook. And get some Halfling Militia. Just to flesh out your army a little bit. Now, what's going to happen this turn? Let's see if we can see Crackadrak. I have a feeling though that they might have been overrun by Skaven or Wintertooth. Quarter Libaris, that's it. One down in the Southlands. Empire. They're not confederating with anyone else, are they? Having a think. They do have a lot of armies moving around, though. I don't think I've... The Empire is massive. Nope. Okay. Dwarves. Eringrad. Nope, the Greenskins took a province from the Dwarves. I'm liking that the Greenskins are putting up a bit of a fight. Wintertooth, don't attack me. Tonia. Confederated with Bordello. What else are doing stuff? I wonder whether the High Elves are going to go to war with Bretonia in this game. In my Kislev campaign, they were. Clan Eshen's still doing whatever they're doing up near what's it called? Arnau? Even though they're located in Araby. I don't know what they're doing all the way up there. I've seen some armies really going the long distance. Oh no, Krakadrak's still there. Neat. Though I believe they've lost control of all the provinces except Krakadrak itself. Or at least they've lost control of what's it called? Not Stjortrucken, the other one. Antonio. Hello. Critical failure. He got injured trying to attack us. Mission aborted. Raid a region belonging to any of the enemies of Hochland. Yeah, fine. Apparently they're not at war with anyone now.
Step to it.
Okay, keep moving up.
Yes, my lord.
I want to... Oh, I can't band you together? But you're still not fully... whatever. I'll disband you in preparation for you being able to join. No, don't attack them. Join his army. Heinz Strudebaker.
I will marshal the band.
Yes, I did get him mostly just because of Heinz soup. And Strudebaker reminded me of Strudel.
To strengthen the empire.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna go through Grenstrat, and Grenstrat's gonna cause you attrition because it's a vampire faction.
Test me at your peril.
Oh, whatever. What a Harkon! Why can't you go somewhere else?
Where next?
Get master chefs, master cooks, get some dryads. Dryads are alright. I find they're kind of awkward to use. They're not very good versus armor. Actually, I don't need to upgrade those farms now, do I? Because they're going up to level 3. So, actually get rid of the farms. Dryads aren't very good versus armored units. And they're kind of... They don't really deal with that much damage. Do they have Frenzy? I believe in the tabletop they did.
Is it time?
No, they don't. They have immune to psychology. They cause fear. They have physical resistance. They have a weakness to fire. They have Vanguard deployment. They can hide in forests, I assume. So, and they also cause magical attacks. I mean, the armor's not terrible. 75. Their leadership's around 70. 38 speed. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. The melee defense is rather low. The melee attack's not very high either for a fighting unit. Our 33 is higher than our Master Cooks. But I find that they die easily, and they have only 75 in a unit. They weren't that strong on the tabletop either, I don't think. I think they were one of the units where they could deal a lot of damage if they charged, but if they got charged, they really didn't have that much defense. I remember, I've mentioned before, I annihilated a squad of dryads with my plague monks. We can see here, El Hike is currently using the model for Kislev, because it is kind of appropriate. At least the towers are kind of appropriate. We have Sultan Jafar here. Serpent Staff. The ruby eyes of the Serpent Staff hypnotize the sorcerer's opponents, turning them to fight their own kin. Leadership aura plus 50%. Winds of magic power reserve plus 50. Wow. Arabian Corsairs. Scourge of the great ocean. They plundered the shores of Tylia and Estalia with wanton abandon. Free Company Militia. Arabian Bowmen. Arabians place great faith in the bow, and every Arabian city maintains strong bodies of archers. Oh yes. What? Did I have any unique units? They're anti-infantry. Vanguard deployment. They're good range. And they are bowmen, so... what else do you have? Arabian Guards. Anti-large. Guards are well equipped with steel armor, keen tool walls, and fine silk clothing. Loyalty of these troops is famous, and they are amply rewarded with riches, luxuries, and prestige as a result. Be large. Oh, they have magic resistance, plus 5%. Physical resistance, 5% as well. They have large shields, too. Or silver shields. 23 bonus versus large. Dervishes. Dervishes are fanatical religious warriors, all too willing to die for their god. Unbreakable. Frenzy. That's an interesting combination, I believe. That means that they will never lose Frenzy, because their leadership will never drop below 50. Physical resistance 10%. Missile resistance 5%. 25% magic resistance. Cool. Anti-infantry units which are unbreakable with Frenzy. Pretty nice. They're pit fighters. Pit fighters were usually slaves, criminals, or prisoners of war, but free men also enlisted in search of gold and glory. Superbly trained heavy infantry with little fear of death. Oh, they've got death blow. Arabian swordsmen. These soldiers are often individuals brought up and trained as warriors or guards. I think they're about average. And melee attack and defense is actually terrible, but their armor is a bit low. Arabian spearmen. These humble infantrymen form the solid foundation of any Arabian army. Mamluk slaves. Border slaves and often trained from boyhood. These soldiers make formidable opponents, though their loyalty is naturally questionable. Expendable. I kind of wish this symbol wasn't here. You can't see the units underneath it. It's like a unit right there which I can't see. Dune Nomads. Lords of the Dune. Many foes fall to furtive arrows before the rangers melt back into the sands. Immune to psychology. Have armor piercing ranged attacks. Armor piercing of 20. That's pretty good for a bow unit. Master Ambusher. They have Stalk. They can move hidden in any terrain, and their Vanguard deployment. Bows. Arabian Knights. The finest Knights of Araby, armed with an ornate arsenal. They ride the finest steeds descended from elven stock, apparently. 80 armor with a bronze shield. 90 speed. 69 leadership. 29 melee attack, 27 melee defense, 30 weapon strength. Of 9 of which is armor piercing. 55 charge bonus, and they have Strider, so they can move through any terrain without penalty. That is pretty good, considering that they're shock cavalry And they have 90 speed, which is equivalent to like pistoliers, which are really not made for fighting at all. They are very fast. And they have war elephants, of course. Also, war elephants are a wave of flesh unleashed against the unwary. Anti-infantry causes terror and rampage. These aren't as big as the mammoths of Norska. They come in squads of multiple units, I believe. Cause terror. They have rampage. Not very heavily armored. They have rather low leadership. But yes. Oh, we also have Virus up here. What's your units? What's your buildings? Coastal city, basic walls. Not actually giving you any garrison, apparently. Arabian merchant wharf, tavern, royal palace barracks. We can see some of the other units they can get. Field trebuchet, jaguar champions, Ukhtarian champions, Jazales, Mad Mullah Aklans, death Jazales, Klans, just death Jazales, and retinue hall. Allows them to get some dwarf units? Interesting. Also see
Lord of Bortonia.
Virus here with Son John Tierweld, which is one of the what's it called? Crusader states for the Bretonian factions. Domingio. I think they have some unique units. Knights of Origo. Armored and shielded in a frenzy. Peace and justice. Northern Fury. And that's it, I think. So it's just that unit.
Protector of the realm.
I like his helmet with this large hood he's got around it. It looks very good in that. That image there. Ooh, Xandri's been taken by the Strigos Empire. That's their capital? Wait. Why does Xandri have the capital of the Strigos Empire? Oh, it's probably because that's where they started. Right, okay, so they lost that, then they took it back. You can't actually determine which settlement's going to be your capital in Warhammer, which is a bit disappointing because in the historical Total War games, I believe you could actually designate, at least in the earlier ones, you could designate which city was your capital. So if you started as, say, you know, if you started as, say, Vampire Counts, and you had Castle Drakenhof as your capital, or better, if you started as von Carsteins in Schwarzhafen, and that's your capital, and then later on you move and you take Altdorf, you're not able to change your capital from Schwarzhafen to Altdorf. Your capital's always Schwarzhafen, which is a bit odd, considering Vlad took Altdorf, he would have that as his capital. You also get a unique building there, which would be appropriate if it was your capital. Sadly, you can't move your capital. I suppose maybe it's so that you can't... I mean, if you could move your capital, it would help with trade, because you'd be able to choose a more central location. And perhaps move it around so that you could open up new trade routes. But since you can't, you're more restricted in where you can, you know, in your trade routes. I'll just end this turn and see what's happened. Call it there. Order of Lawmasters. Nagareth is still around. War declared. Cultus Sotek versus Chaos Warp Defilers. It's funny how we could see some things like that just because we've seen Chaos Warp Defilers over in the Empire. Empire confederating with Hochland. You... or maybe Midland? Or the Huntsmaster General? I don't know if they've made contact with them. I kind of suspect they have, but... I mean, I don't know. Does the Empire start with diplomatic relations with Huntsmaster's General's expedition? I don't think so. That's the, what's his name? Marcus Wolfhart, off in Austria. They can... they're kind of interacting with each other, but you might have to actually send someone over, detect the other faction before you can actually have diplomatic relations. As odd as that sounds. I think I just saw something else on the map change. I didn't catch it. Wait, did part of Norska get taken over by Bretonia? That looks like it. Auckland and servants to Chaos have declared war. I wonder where the Skeggy are. It must be in Agarond. Mission aborted, probably because he's dead. Okay, you can go into that army. Okay, good. You went up a level. Or what? Get impassioned. Ungrim is moving to... I don't know, do what? Look at these Empire armies all over the place. I mean, I like that they don't have full stacks running all over the place. It'd be fun to fight against them with all these smaller armies. Okay, and you can move down a little bit and... Can we see anything else? Oh, Hike is still apparently just the only settlement controlled by Araby. Can't see any more of his army. We're neutral. Apparently we're not gaining nor losing any relations with...
Flame on!
And Thutmose, the Bright Wizard. Oh no! Pack Ice Bay has been taken by Truthsayers of Albion. It just looked like a darker purple than... darker one than what's in Conquata.
I will hear you. Let's find somewhere quiet to talk.
Oh, he's been beaten.
The gods might compel me to kill, but I do it free.
He's open to getting a military alliance. You're actually at war with Clan Moulder and Wintertooth. Military alliance?
Impossible!
Yours is a fool's treaty! You think you can mock us and not pay with your soul? The alliance and military access?
Denied.
Nope. There is no bargain, nor barter without your soul's as surety. Non-aggression pact, and not military access. Military alliance and a payment of 880. We want payment in valuables. Delay any longer and it will be your souls. Sure.
Without doubt.
We have a pact. We will not regret this. I want to see what their armies are like. Oh. Truthsayers of Albion. Melek the Terror. Just a Marauder Chieftain. Albion Sword Maiden. You! Really? Frenzy. Anti-infantry. Okay. Marauder Huntsmen. Isle of Wights. What's your garrison like? Skinwolf, Werekin, Marauder Champions, Berserkers, Great Weapons, Spears, Norscan Ice Trolls. It's just Norscan units. I don't think they have many unique units. What's over here? Just more Albion Sword Maidens. For all the hunters. Okay. I think they get a unique unit of like small Noblar goblin units. Maybe called like Boglings, something like that. Which are probably about as useful as Snotlings. Oh, Egil Steerbjorn's down there now. Oh, I don't get to see the Familiar Lord. Well. You can take Masamuna's pride from him. We took his banner, but not the sword. That would have been nice. Akadorf can level up. We'll do that. Barak Var has finished upgrading. Imperial Harbour. Would dye maker be any good there? The resource would be useful, but I don't know if we can... Actually, yes. Okay. And... save it here. Turn 82. Done a bit of expanding. We fought some... we fought the Norscan army. There hasn't been actually that much to do. It's just expanding, watching the world confederate around us, the Empire, a massive blob now. Which I feel quite safe sitting inside of like this. We'll see whether it holds if Chaos invade or anyone else decides to invade, because all their armies are moving south, I think. But we might be the only ones defending their north. Unless we forget about defending. The Empire happens to suffer a few accidents which we can take advantage of. It's not betraying. But yes, that will do it for tonight. I'd like to thank you very much for joining me for this Warhammer 2 Total War. And I hope you'll join me again next time for more Halflings. And whatever will occur for them. We'll see you all next time. Stop the recording here.